Welcome back, fight fans. Today we're tackling the question that's been echoing across the MMA world. Is the McGregor era truly over? Conor McGregor, the man who took MMA from cage fights to global superstardom, is now facing rumors of retirement and an uncertain future. But before we say goodbye to the Notorious, let's take a journey through his legendary career. From his humble beginnings in Dublin to his record-breaking performances in the UFC and beyond, we'll explore the highs, the lows, and everything in between. So grab your gloves and let's dive into the story of one of combat sport's most electrifying figures. Every legend has an origin story, and for Conor McGregor, it starts in Crumlin, Dublin, a working-class neighborhood where dreams often seem out of reach. Born on July 14, 1988, McGregor grew up with a passion for sports. He played soccer as a teenager, but soon found his calling in combat sports. Before he was the Notorious, McGregor was just another aspiring fighter trying to make ends meet. He worked as a plumber during the day and trained in mixed martial arts at night. But even then, he had something special, a hunger to succeed that couldn't be taught. McGregor's early career saw him competing in local promotions like Cage Warriors. There he became a two-division champion, a feat that foreshadowed what he'd later accomplish on the world stage. His record was impressive, 12 wins and only 2 losses before joining the UFC. McGregor's early career saw him competing in local promotions like Cage Warriors. There he became a two-division champion, a feat that foreshadowed what he'd later accomplish on the world stage. His record was impressive, 12 wins and only 2 losses before joining the UFC. From there, McGregor quickly climbed the ranks of the featherweight division. He defeated top contenders like Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier with precision striking and unmatched confidence. But his crowning achievement came at UFC 194 when he faced Jose Aldo for the featherweight championship. McGregor wasn't just winning fights, he was changing the game. His trash talk, flashy suits, and larger-than-life persona turned every fight into an event. Fans loved him. Critics couldn't ignore him. But McGregor wasn't done making history. At UFC 205 in Madison Square Garden, the mecca of combat sports, he faced Eddie Alvarez for the lightweight championship. What followed was one of the most dominant performances in UFC history. McGregor used precision striking to pick Alvarez apart before finishing him with a flurry of punches in round 2. With that victory, he became the first fighter in UFC history to hold titles in 2 weight classes simultaneously. In 2017, McGregor took on an entirely different challenge: professional boxing. He faced Floyd Mayweather, the undefeated legend, in what was billed as the money fight. Critics doubted him, fans believed in him, but everyone tuned in. Though McGregor lost via TKO in round 10, he held his own for much of the fight and even won early rounds on some scorecards. The event shattered pay-per-view records and proved that McGregor wasn't just an MMA fighter, he was an entertainer on a global scale. But every rise has its fall. After taking time off for business ventures and personal pursuits, McGregor returned to face Khabib Nurmagomedov at UFC 229, a fight that ended in defeat via submission after Khabib dominated him on the ground. But every rise has its fall. After taking time off for business ventures and personal pursuits, McGregor returned to face Khabib Nurmagomedov at UFC 229, a fight that ended in defeat via submission after Khabib dominated him on the ground. McGregor has teased retirement multiple times, in 2016, 2019, and again in 2020. But each time he returned to fight. Now at age 36, with no fights since 2021, and canceled bouts like UFC 303 against Michael Chandler, could this be different? Some insiders believe his focus has shifted permanently to business ventures like Proper Number 12 Whiskey. But here's the thing about Conor McGregor. He thrives on proving people wrong. Could we see him return for one last fight? Maybe against Chandler or even Nate Diaz? Or is this truly goodbye? If this is truly goodbye, what does life after fighting look like for Conor McGregor? He's already built an empire with Proper Number 12 Whiskey and hinted at ambitions beyond sports, including politics. Imagine the Notorious running for office in Ireland. But whether he fights again or not, one thing is certain: McGregor's legacy is secure. He He brought MMA into the mainstream and inspired millions with his rags to riches story. So now I ask you, has the Notorious truly reached the end of his fighting career? Or does he have one last chapter left to write? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive into Conor McGregor's journey, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to channel name, and hit that notification bell so you never miss